Hi Highland Park and friends, this is Pastor Mike. Today is June 17th, 2020. It was on this day 5 years ago that the massacre happened at Mother Emanuel AME Church in Charleston. Almost every one of us can tell us where we were when we heard about it. It was terrible. And today we're facing all kinds of racial unrest in our country. I've been thinking an awful lot about this over the last few weeks, and many of you have called me concerned about what is going on and asking, what can we as a church do? Well, I'm getting ready to send out a letter to all the church members, and for those of you who are not church members, I encourage you to go to our website, www.hpumc.net, and click on the link that will take you to the letter about that. I'm proposing three things that we can do. As far as governmental stuff and all, I'm not sure about what to do with all of that. I'm studying up on that, and I hope that you will too. But there are three things that we can do. The first is internal for us. We must all begin to acknowledge that every one of us has unseen tendencies towards racism. Racism is just a basic sin. All sin is based in ego, and ego is the root of racism. The Bible says if we claim to be without sin, the truth is not within us, and we make God out to be a liar. Well, all of us have those problems, and we need to first begin to examine ourselves and ask other people to help us with that. The Bible also says if we confess our sin, God will be faithful and just and forgive us of all our sin. He'll give us a new life. So by examining ourselves and then admitting it to ourselves, to someone else, and to God, we find forgiveness and support as we continually fight this sin in our own life. Second is personal. The way that we get to know someone else or any kind of group is to make friends with people who are different from us. All of us make friends with people who are like us, and that's what friendship's based on, commonality. We make friends with folks who look like us, have the same kind of interest we do, maybe the same faith that we do, the same economic status that we do. We rarely have friends who are radically different from us, but we must begin to make friends with those who are not like us. And it has to be intentional. For a great book about this, pick up Ron Hall and Denver Moore's book, Same Kind of Different as Me. It will show you how that can literally change a life and change a city. We need to begin to make friends. By way of confession, I've had many opportunities to do that, and I have not done that. I say this not to inflict guilt on you or me, but it's time for me to really begin to be intentional about that. Friends listen to each other. They share with each other. They understand and love each other. And most importantly, they learn to accept each other where they are so that we can help each other grow in new ways. So there's the internal, admitting it within ourselves. There's the personal, making friends with others. And the third is as a church. We as a church must begin to do some things together. At our next church council meeting, I'm going to propose that we set up a ministry team that helps us to deal with this issue in two ways. One is to begin establishing relationships with our sister African American congregations in the Florence area. We need to begin to get together and do things together, worship, serve, fellowship, whatever it may be. And second, to help lead our church in understanding how we can reach the larger community in Florence. We reach a certain section, but we want our doors and our lives to be open to everyone. And so we're going to propose that a ministry team make some intentional plans for us to take this out. Greg Bolus, our new director of families and programs, has agreed to chair this area if it's approved by the council. And so I hope that we will do that. I just wanted to speak to you face to face and not just in a letter, though, or not just type it out. I want you to know that this has really been in my heart, and I know it's been in yours. And I know that God is calling us to do something different. On this day, when we remember the tragedy of 5 years ago, let's take time to commit ourselves to doing something that makes that less likely to happen and eventually never happen again. Thank you, and God bless you.